I am not ready to say they are on a Super Bowl collision course. I'm not ready to say either of these teams is going to make the Super Bowl. What I am ready to say is this. Man, oh man, the questions that I had about each of these teams the last month, they have answered resoundingly, not because they've both been, they haven't lost, but the way they've won. What was my concern about the Philadelphia Eagles? That pass defense. All these things were great on the team except for the pass defense. Oh, since week 8, they have the #1 pass defense in the NFL. What was my concern about Tom Brady? Once the year goes on, the hits accumulate, the weather gets a little bit colder, how is he going to respond at 40 years old? Oh, the last 3 games, he's played the best 3 games of the season for him. So I have to be fair here, and Cece, as you always say, as you get more information, you can evolve on your thought process. I think
the only reason why you're being fair is because you know I'm talking after you.
No, it's because right now I can't sit up here and say the Eagles aren't good. The Pats are wildly overrated. Now, I believe the Steelers are better than the Patriots. I think there are teams in the NFC that can beat the Eagles. That's why I won't say they're on a Super Bowl collision course. But these are obviously 2 of the best teams in football, and they are somehow playing their best football of the year. I shouldn't say somehow. They are playing their best football of the year right now. I got to give them credit.
Well, Jenna, if there is a collision course, these are the 2 teams on it, regardless of what facts that we don't want to be presented. In this case, they're playing the best 2. Philadelphia's got the best record. If you look at what they're doing offensively and defensively, yes, if you had to pick a team today, there's no other team in the NFC you would pick over Philadelphia, not unless you just got some type of grudge or you pick someone else. But if you've watched 12 weeks of the season, there's no way you think there's another team as good as Philadelphia in the NFC. And the Patriots have proven, tried and true. They lost 2 games, got off to a slow start. But look at Belichick's record. He starts off slow. Then he bounces back in October. Then he gets better in November. Then he's at his best in December and January. So not surprised at all. Yes, the Patriots, too, making adjustments. Yesterday in the Dolphins game, Tom Brady got hit more than he's used to getting hit. Now, that's a sign that we have to watch coming down the stretch. Has nothing to do with his age, but watch the injuries that they have on that offensive line. How will they be able to protect him? Because I believe Tom will get hit in the month of December more than any other month thus far.
I'm curious to know what else the Eagles have to do for you to say, you know what, this is actually, forget the records, take the records out. This is a team led by a quarterback, league-leading 28 touchdowns. He's got 5 picks on the year. You just saw the Saints fall. You know how the way Seattle's playing. Packers are no longer an issue. What else do the Eagles have to do to prove to you that they are, without fail, the best team in the NFC?
Well, we're sitting here acting like there aren't at least 1, if not 2 other really good teams in the conference.
Tell me who they are.
Your Minnesota Vikings. What did the Minnesota Vikings, I know they played Thursday, so they're not top of mind. Minnesota Vikings looked awesome this week.
Without probably a starting quarterback. You don't know who you have. And you guys talk all the time about that team, that position can keep you in a game, but maybe they can't win a game.
Go ahead, Jenna.
No. Okay. Okay, but that's, I mean, you can say without a starting quarterback.
What about the Carolina team you think is so great against the Jets yesterday?
I haven't said Carolina's better than the Eagles. Hold on a second. Let me answer the Minnesota one if you're going to sit out and pop breath mints. I can't believe you're saying without a quarterback for Minnesota when it seems like the argument's been they might have 2 quarterbacks. I know how highly you think of Case Keenum. You know how highly I think of Teddy Bridgewater. So
you haven't seen Teddy Bridgewater
when we play, no matter who they play and when they play, let me tell you what the headline is going to be. Can Case get it done? Can Case win a playoff game? Can the Vikings advance with Case? Okay. Or if it's Teddy, what does Teddy have? Okay. And what level is he? Are we worried about his knee?
That's all fair. But listen, again, let me reiterate. I gave the Eagles and Patriots props at the beginning of this, but now you guys are asking me to declare them the best in the league. Cece.
No, I said give me someone who's better.
Cece, you used 2 very different arguments for the Eagles and the Patriots because those arguments don't apply to the other ones. For the Patriots, it's about track record. For the Eagles, it's about what they're doing right now. Because if I want to talk about track record, I can talk about track record of young quarterbacks in their first career playoffs, and it's not a great one. And if we're talking about how they're playing right now, I can easily make the case the Steelers at 9-2 are just as good, if not better, than the Patriots. So I get it. We can both construct the arguments. I'm not sitting here saying they're bad football teams. I said a month ago the Eagles were going to finish 11-5. That looks ridiculous, okay? Like, that was clear that that's not going to happen. The Eagles have a great chance to have the #1 seed in the NFC. But I'm not anointing them to the Super Bowl. I'm just not doing it.
No problem. Okay. They're on a collision course, though.
Collision course.
No problem.
Coming up.
He's going to be like the people that were saying Atlanta last year. Oh, you see Atlanta?
Yeah.
Oh, they had the big lead. And then they were like, oh, I guess Atlanta. Then New England came back. They're like, no, Atlanta, I knew they weren't going to be good. I knew they couldn't do it. That's where he'll be.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.